Sheria Mattis, and welcome to another edition of Defund the Police. Reporting from the most fun city in the whole wide world, New York City. That's right, New York City, home of Broadway shows, fancy restaurants, staggering wealth inequality, and the Knicks. Last month, community activists and protesters gathered at New York City's City Hall to #Occupy to defund the NYPD. The people called on the mayor and city council to pass a budget that would defund the NYPD by $1 billion and reallocate those funds to community centers and social programs. And Mayor Bill de Blasio listened. Yay! He cut NYPD funding by $1 billion. Wow, we did it, guys. Video over. Thank the Lord. Get me something to eat, yeah. All right. Okay. So, they still mad. I don't know. According to the communities united for police reform, the budget is using funny math. So today, we are going to defund the NYPD budget. Okay, let's start. Do you know what the NYPD's yearly budget is? Well, if you said $6 billion, you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Wrong, New York Times. So let's do some math of our own. Okay, so the NYPD's operational budget is $5.6 billion. That pays for stuff like day-to-day operations, 911 calls, beat cops, traffic, school, and housing patrol, and overtime pay. Now, let's add the $215 million for debt service, and $2.3 billion for fringe benefits, and $2.8 billion for cop pensions. Oh, what's that, you say? What's a pension? Well, if you're a millennial, don't worry about it. You'll never have one. So, what's that all together? Let's do some calculations. Carry the one. While I add this up, I'm a bit thirsty. Let me take a little sip of $11 billion damn dollars. What? That's 11% of the whole city budget. What the heck? Nah. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm chilling. Nah, it's whatever. Let's just get to the budget cuts. So let's see. What cuts are being made to the NYPD's budget? Is it $1 billion like the mayor has promised? Does it reduce the amount of policing in New York neighborhoods and schools? Let's find out. According to Adrian Pietrak, an analyst for the Citizens Budget Committee, most of the reductions in the city's budget will come from a projected $352 million reduction in police overtime pay, which would be great if the NYPD didn't continually go over its overtime spending, going from a proposed $600 million in overtime spending in 2020 to $730 million by the end of that fiscal year. Great. In fact, a Citizens Budget Committee report in 2017 showed that the NYPD overtime costs exceeded projections by an average of 42% every year. But this time will be different. De Blasio promises. Pinky swearsies. No takesies backsies. So, we good, you know. The budget also promises a $55 million reduction in savings from canceling July's police academy training. So they're just gonna do it in August. Cool, I guess. They also plan to cut the city budget by counting on higher revenues from traffic tickets to fund their nonsense. That's right, more traffic tickets. That's what the protesters wanted. They're also planning to cut the $2.3 billion fringe benefits cost by $200 million. But don't worry, New York taxpayers, you'll still be paying the cost of full healthcare benefits for both the NYPD workforce and former officers who haven't reached the age of 65. Because socialized healthcare is evil, unless it's for cops. De Blasio's plan will move school crossing guard salaries to the Department of Education, an estimated $42 million in savings, and will address concerns of over-policing in New York City public schools by reducing the number of police officers in schools from 5,511 police officers to, what? No? Oh, they're not gonna do that? Oh, okay. But they are moving the $300 million budget for school safety officers to the Department of Education. The Department of Education, which already sends the NYPD $300 million a year to pay for school safety officers. How does that? Okay, but at least with the Department of Education operating the school safety program, NYPD officers will be working at the behest of the Department of Education. So they might be less inclined to issue summonses and arrests to kids. And they will be staying under the NYPD. Oh, and increasing funding by 2%. So, never mind that. Cool. Tie. Oh, for Christ's sake, de Blasio! New York taxpayers pay for 94% of the NYPD budget. Why you playing with our money, bruh? De Blasio does plan to reallocate funds to the community by cutting $400 million from the Department of Education, cutting $65 million from the Fair Fares program, which subsidizes mass transit for low-income New Yorkers, and a $583 million cut to the Department of Housing Preservation and Development, which provides affordable housing to low-income New Yorkers. What? Okay, well, to be fair, de Blasio's budget reallocates $115 million of the NYPD budget to summer youth programs, instead of cutting those programs altogether like he initially planned. And he's gonna put a community center in Jamaica, Queens, instead of the new police precinct that he originally planned. But to be fair and balanced, that's not even close to $1 billion. Do you think we're stupid out here? Cops are making an average of $90,000 per year, with captains making over $190,000 per year. Meanwhile, I just saw 2 middle school teachers fighting over a half-empty can of cat food outside my house. So I'm gonna call on Mayor Bill de Blasio and the New York City Council to stop with the funny math and actually defund the NYPD like you said you would. Stop funding us. I'm Sheria Mattis, reminding you once again to defund the police. If you'd like more information on the NYPD budget, please visit changethenypd.org and cbcny.org for more info. Thank you. Educate yourself.